Hello and welcome. This is Bloomberg Quint. This is the earnings special, and we take stock of how Shoppers Stop's earnings have come through and possibly what we can expect from the outlook from the management. We're in conversation with Rajiv Suri. He's the MD as well as the CEO at the company. Mr. Suri, good afternoon and thank you so much for joining us. Let me start off by asking you about the gradual improvement in revenue, especially after you have seen a very large hive off around January this year. What can we expect when it comes to growth going forward, considering the fact that we are looking at, just a gradual uptick and not possibly a substantial one going in?
So in quarter two this year, we've had 7.4% growth. This came on the back of a strong July at 10% and August of 15%, offset by a shift in the festive season, decline in September sales. So overall, we are quite happy with the numbers as they stand today. Our festive sales, when compared like-for-like period, have been very strong, so we are quite excited about that. In Pujo in East, which is really a very big time of the year for all retailers, we were 19% like-for-like growth, which is possibly one of the best in the industry. And we have started Diwali first 2 weeks like-for-like comparison with double-digit growth. So if we are able to maintain that momentum, we feel confident going into quarter three this year.
Right. Mr. Suri, if you could also tell us about the schemes that you guys are running at Shoppers Stop right now and the kind of response that you have received as far as this festive season goes.
So the schemes which we are running are basically in line with what we did last year, not exceptional to that. And for last quarter especially, we actually reduced the scheme. And rather than focusing on giving customers discounts, we focused our campaign on wardrobe refresh, because we felt that having new season merchandise, having fresh merchandise for our consumers was more important than old merchandise discounted due to the festive season.
Mr. Suri, the other trend that I've witnessed is that while the number of stores that is Shoppers Stop, that moves up steady at around 83 stores now as against 80 last year. We have seen a substantial increase in your other format stores such as Mac and perhaps a few others. How are you guys going about now when it comes to focus on stores? Will it be will it be excluding Shoppers Stop? Will there be more focus on stores which are not Shoppers Stop stores? How are you guys going about it?
So Shoppers Stop is very much on our growth strategy and is fundamental to everything we do. We are going to be opening 3 new locations in 3 new cities in the second half of this year. We will continue also to open more beauty stores, so we will open another 10 beauty stores also in the second half. And by nature of the business, 40,000 big box will obviously be a bit slower than let's say 1,000 or 15,000 smaller box. But we believe that continuing the growth of Shoppers Stop is fundamental to our business.
All right, so I just want an idea on the trends and product ranges that we are likely to see, considering a change in your customer requirements as well. How do you foresee it, not necessarily over the next couple of quarters, but perhaps over the next 1 year?
So we are the current growth which we are getting and seeing very strong in our business is the beauty. We are at 15% growth in quarter two, so which is also, let's say, double the speed of or growth of the company. Our personal accessories in terms of watches, sunglasses also continues to be very strong, resulting in a similar growth. We are also focusing our energies on women's handbags and shoes. Again, that shows around 14 to 15% growth. In addition to this, we are focusing on women's western wear, which we feel that there is a gap in the market and there is space to get new brands in that. Combination of these 4 pillars, in addition to all the changes and investments we are making in private brands, is what we are going to be focusing on in the coming months.
Right, a final question then, Mr. Suri. A word on your omni-channel, how it's been doing, and if you could give us any ratios perhaps in terms of its performance going in.
Quarter two, we saw a good growth of 96% over last year. So that is a big step forward for us. We expanded our customer delivery to 25,000 pin codes. We've focused our click and collect now to 50 locations, and we are doing ship from store to customer to 37 locations. So we are quite confident that this growth trajectory will continue in our omni-channel business.
Okay, Mr. Suri, we leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us and taking us through the quarter's numbers as well as the outlook for the company. Thank you.
Thank you.